All right, 30 years ago, he was at the center of one of the most watched trials in history. And tonight, Kato Kaelin, OJ Simpson's infamous house guest, is back in the spotlight. From witness stand to true crime podcasts, he's still leaning into all the fascination. And this weekend, you can catch him at the Hollywood show in Burbank. But before all that, he's here in studio with me tonight. Good to have you.
So glad to be here on Labor Day working with you.
Yeah, right? You're laboring for us.
I'm laboring, but I'm loving it.
We're grateful for it all.
Best part is there was no traffic.
Oh, that's right.
I just like this. Oh my goodness.
Light on the roads.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was really, it's so much easier to get. Usually this drive is an hour and a half. Today, 20 minutes.
Okay, good. Well, and you know this area well because we're on Bundy.
I saw that. It's amazing that we are so close to where the crime happened.
Yeah.
And you know, people were
where you lived.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Rockingham, but it was that drive. But still, I rarely come to this area. But on my podcast, the 1 Degree Scandalous, Tom Zenner, the host with myself, we went to everything that was related to the trial, from the McDonald's to Rockingham to Bundy. And I said I don't want to go to the Bundy to go to that drive, so Tom did that segment. But it was the first time going back to that area at all. For
our viewers who aren't familiar, we here at Fox 11, we're on Bundy Drive, and we're just about a mile from the scene.
Stop by.
Yeah, right.
There's no security. Come on by.
Exactly. Come on by. Meet Kato right now. Take us back 30 years ago. You are providing iconic testimony. You became the spotlight within the spotlight of the trial. Is there a moment from there that 30 years later that you replay in your head? You know,
Marla, that's a great question. So it was so profound because almost 31 years ago, this trial started, and still it's sort of like the template for any trial that goes on. It's the template because every trial that goes on, I get a phone call from some network for an opinion on any trial that's going on. And our show concentrates on trials. We were hoping that Kohlberger's in our trial. We were going to go out to that trial. But Johnny Depp trial, I got, people said, will you do with the witness when people were testifying, what do you think of this witness? What are they thinking? But I guess it's sort of like crime does pay for that, because so many people got a lot of the lawyers got jobs in films or got their own TV show. And it's amazing that one trial that was televised it started Court TV. It started MSNBC partially with Dan Abrams. So all these shows became a show because of the trial. CNN, Burden of Proof. You could go on and on and on, but so many of the talking heads became widely popular because of that.
And you're still living it, really. I mean, you have your podcast. We'll talk about it in a moment there. But, you've gone on the record and you've said that you do think that OJ should have been convicted. When you look back at your testimony, were you too careful? Do you have any regrets? I
don't have regrets because I went in to the reviews at Marshall Clark and the defense. I went in, they do sort of a Marshall would give me pre-questions. And I think it's the thing that was, if I didn't remember a question, it was like I had a deer in the headlight look to me. But it really wasn't that. It was really me focusing, I don't remember that question, not realizing every camera in the world's on me. So it makes me look like that deer in the headlights. But my feeling of the guilt is because of hindsight of so much of the evidence that came out, and becoming a friend later on with Tom Lang, who wrote a book about evidence dismissed. And you see so many different things, you go, wow, it's sort of a slam dunk of my opinion of guilt.
Do you keep in touch with anybody from the trial? And if so, who?
Well, because I keep in touch with Tom Lang because he's been my guest on the podcast so often, but no one else. We've had Tanya Brown on the show too, so she follows my Facebook, I follow hers, but nobody else. So I don't know. And it's sort of like not going backwards, sort of like living the now. I want to be, everything's kind of like, Marla, I've got this great energy of the light. I don't like the dark, so I don't like going back. I really love laughing and being positive. So.
Well, I mean, that's why you were such a hit on the witness stand. I mean, you talk about that you were a light in such a horrible setting. Do you consider your role in all of this more of a curse or a blessing?
It's a double-edged sword. My whole dream coming out from Milwaukee was become famous, and I realized everything was backwards. And I know people, they sometimes pick on me and all that. I understand I'm famous because of the most horrendous thing that happened to 2 young lives. I mean, Nicole was this beacon of light. I didn't know Ron, but you could tell he's just but by knowing Kim and Fred Goldman, you know he's just a great guy. And they lost their life. And I became famous from a trial of that incident, but I just wanted to kind of, that's my blueprint in life. I believe in God, so it was like, Kato, this is your path. And so I'm just following it. And I know life is really short. My dad and mom used to say, life's a semester in college. It's gonna go by really quick.
Oh, wow.
And the trial's been 30 years, and I understand the wink of an eye. And even coming here today, the security guard, the security person that signed me in, was in the courtroom as the police, handcuffing the bailiff coming into court. So it's like, oh my God, it's all these, if people go, your 15 minutes are up. I go, no, I'm the 16th minute. And this guy, this guard, at the security here, couldn't be any nicer. So everybody's got a story, Marla. Everybody's got a story about the OJ trial.
1 Degree of Scandalous, that is your podcast.
Yeah.
Tell people about it, and obviously your whole focus is true crime.
It's a true crime show, and Tom Zenner, greatest host, he's also in your business, was an anchor in Chicago and Boston, and we delve into a lot of the Netflix shows. We can have more than just a newscast doing it. We can do a complete hour and really get into it, from interviewing the Menendez brothers' cousin who was at every day of the trial, to going to the crime scenes, to having detectives that worked on Night Stalker case. One of our guests, we had the guy who caught the Night Stalker. And it's so great because Netflix is bringing all these great documentaries, and we're the first ones to get them on our show. And it's just, I see in the comments, people are really loving it, and the 1 Degree of Scandalous, and it's taken off. Tom and I have done this diligently for 3 years, and it's starting. It used to be the tunnel at the end of the light. Now we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, good.
So we know it's getting there, and we are just loving it, and we love the people that watch the show.
Well, true crime people have such a fascination, and one of those cases is in the headlines now, and that is the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
What do you make of the fascination of the Menendez brothers? Because that was all happening about 30 years ago as well.
And that was, and they went to jail. OJ was in the jail with them. So they were kind of like, not bunkmates, but right next to the cells. I think it's fascinating because it's also, the OJ was a celebrity-driven, and they're celebrity-driven with the richness of Beverly Hills. And I think people look at those sort of things like, look at, even rich people do terrible things. And it kind of puts in perspective, like, there's this, they had the world. And, we've seen the Netflix documentary. You don't know what's real and what's embellished. But it's fascinating. They've been there, they're in their 50s now. And I thought possibly they're going to get paroled, but with the DA Hochman and the judge, the parole board, just saying no, so they had to wait 3 more years. And we'll see, but the story will continue and continue on. And what's great about the shows that we do, that I've been on, it's because of a podcast, and I do funny Instagram stories.
You do?
That the chief of police, Neil Borges of Seaside and Carmel and Monterey, really nice area, they're flying me up for a keynote public speaking up there. And I hope that branches out. It's like, so many people are fascinated with this. And they can meet me at the Hollywood show. We can talk more.
Let's talk about the Hollywood show. So we're seeing all the signage behind us, hollywoodshow.com. You're going to be there this Friday and Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. So many people are going to be there.
And basically, people can go there and you'll sign you'll give them your autograph and meet you.
Yes.
Right?
And I don't know, how much do I have to pay the people to get my autograph? Or is it the other? I don't know. But I'll do that too. But oh, I'm so excited. Richard Dreyfuss I'm going to meet. He's going to be there. Dermot Mulroney.
And for Mr. Holland's Opus, Richard Dreyfuss will be there. Barbara Eden, we were just seeing her. It's the 60th anniversary of I Dream of Jeannie.
Bum, 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 bum. Can we sing?
Go ahead, you can.
I love that. A Genie in the Bottle, Barbara Eden. I grew up as a little boy watching that. That's when I knew something's going on in my body. Anyways, something's not right here. Mom, what's Jeannie doing to me? We got it's just so we have buddies Kevin Dillon, Kevin Conley, who I know, the Entourage guys. We've broken bread many times together. I don't know if they know I'm going to be there, but I can't wait to see them. Great guys. You know what? I hosted Wizard World, which is the largest traveling Comic-Con, for 4 years with Stan Lee, the late Stan Lee, and I'm familiar with all the people, the celebrities, and people love when you can talk with the person, get a picture, and it's real, and you can,
Yeah, this is a moment for me right now. Yeah, so people at home, you could meet him this weekend. And it's, again, this is at the Los Angeles Marriott Burbank Airport Hotel, right? So it's a 2-day event, Friday, Saturday, September 5th and 6th. Kato will be there both Friday and Saturday. And as mentioned on the screen, guests include Richard Dreyfuss, Tatum O'Neal, and Barbara Eden. And of course, Kato Kaelin.
I'm going to sign it for you now. You're great.
Thank you. I love it.
David, do I charge her? No, I'm kidding.
And we got to get your autograph for Roland. He was the bailiff back then, who is now a guard here at Fox 11. So Roland, we love that he protects us. He protected the courtroom back 30 years ago. Now he's here protecting us.
I just didn't like that he frisked me.
Yeah,
Roland, what's up with that?
Well, you know, can you blame him? Okay, HollywoodShow.com for more information. Have a blast. Thanks for coming in tonight.
You're fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're more fantastic.